because we all know that if you don't take care of yourself, it's absolutely impossible to take care of the children that you are caring for. So welcome to this team. Again, they are Team Avengers. I was honored to actually become a part of this team on an honorary basis a couple of weeks ago. So I love this team. They are absolutely amazing. I'm going to turn it over to Elena. Go ahead and turn over to you to go ahead and introduce and run through all of your amazing therapists. So thank you everyone for logging on this evening.
Thank you, Mark. That was awesome. We appreciate you coming out for us tonight. And we also want to thank everyone for coming tonight, because we all know everyone has a busy schedule. So we appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us. Myself and 3 of our awesome therapists, like Mark said, are going to present tonight. So it's going to be Tina and Edelise and Lauren will be joining me. And our goal tonight is really to bring awareness to our own mental health, meaning each one of you, and then also teach you some activities that you can do to help you take care of yourself and remind you that you matter too. So many of us have so much going on, even outside of the pandemic. On a daily basis, your life is full of daily little stressors that stress you out, whether it be work, whether it be your children or the kids you're taking care of, whether it be your pets. I mean, you name it, things stress you out. And now add on the pandemic, right? So we've been living in this pandemic world for almost 6 months now, and it's a little shocking. I think I could speak for myself and my 3 other fellow co-presenters that there are days where we're like, wow, it's already been 6 months. And then other days we're like, okay, when is this going to be over? Like, this is too much. And it does take a toll on you. So like Mark said, we had done this presentation for Kid and Family Central, and it was important because we all have jobs that make us take care, or not make us, but we do take care of other people. And the same goes for our kinship families. You're all taking care of other people. Like I said, a lot of you have children that you're taking care of. And right now, the increase of stress, I know from speaking with Angela personally, the increase of stress with your children being in school now is on another level. You have to make sure your child's sitting still for 6 hours. You have to make sure that their Microsoft Teams is working. Also, while you're trying to maybe work yourself, and maybe you have your pet trying to get your attention while you're trying to do something important. Or maybe it's that you're at work and you're afraid of, is someone around me going to get me sick? Am I being exposed? What's going to happen? What's next? And sometimes it's even as simple as, where can I go and get Lysol? Because I'm running low and I really need more Lysol. So there's just so many stressors. And we want everyone to remember that in order for us to take care of others and give ourselves to others and give ourselves to work or whatever we're giving ourselves to, if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of others and give to others and be your best. And our mental health, it affects not only how we feel, but it also affects how we think, and it affects how we act. So if we're not doing okay, then we're probably going to show it. It's going to be obvious to whoever we're working with. And I want to make this important note, is that although myself and the 3 girls that are presenting are therapists, by no means is tonight a therapy session. Oftentimes there is stigma with mental health, and that was one of the things we kind of wanted to talk about tonight, that mental health doesn't necessarily mean, oh no, there's something wrong with me. A lot of times when people hear mental health, they think that's not good. There's something wrong with me. I'm going to get a diagnosis, or I'm going to need medication. And that's not always the case. Sometimes mental health is simply like, wow, I've really been giving myself to my kids and I need a moment for myself. I need to check in with myself to make sure I'm okay. And we want to teach you some techniques that you can do with yourself to check on yourself and make sure you're doing okay. The techniques we're going to teach you, we do it with the children we serve. However, they're for all ages. So we ourselves implement it on a daily basis. Some of the techniques you might find yourself feel kind of funny doing. It's okay. This is a safe place. We encourage everyone to participate, but by no means are you mandated to participate, but you will feel somewhat funny doing some of the techniques, but that's also part of it. We're hoping that everyone can be relaxed tonight, can have some fun tonight, and learn something tonight that they can take with them and use in their day-to-day life. So also it's important that we want everyone to recognize that it's okay to have a support system. You need a support system. So that support system could be a sister, it could be a brother, it could be a pastor, it could be a coworker, just someone that you go to when you're feeling like, wow, I'm getting overwhelmed, I need to check in with someone, because I'm sure we're all a support system to someone else. So it's important to be a support system for yourself. But it's also okay to recognize when you need more than just your support system. It's okay to recognize when, okay, maybe I do need to go talk to someone about how I'm feeling or what I'm going through. And in cases like that, it's okay to ask for help and it's okay to seek professional help. And a lot of our employers have an EAP program. If you don't have EAP as an option, a lot of our insurances obviously will cover therapy, but there's a lot of agencies throughout Broward County and Florida, and I'm sure nationally, that, you know, can provide you with that help. So we just want to remind everyone that it's okay to take care of yourself and get the help you need for yourself. So I am going to turn it over to Tina, who's going to do our first activity. Well, I guess I should say, like, all of our activities do require some participation if you're comfortable. However, this first activity we're going to do, you can either participate by maybe typing it in the chat. I believe there's the raise hand function on your Zoom screen. If not, you can just raise your hand, or you can unmute yourself to participate. Again, no one's mandated to participate, but we hope that some will. And then also, if you do have questions, I'm gonna read the chat and monitor the chat and try to write them down. But if you wanna write it down yourself, we're gonna make sure that we get to all the questions at the end, because I know Cynthia had mentioned us saving 15 minutes, so we do that. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn it over to Tina, who is going to do our first activity, and I will share it for you, Tina.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So as Elena said, my name is Tina. I am a child and family therapist at KID, and I'm part of the Team Avengers, and I have taken on the role as Black Panther. So that's my role, absolutely. So today's activity we're gonna be doing, so one of the activities or one of the things that we teach our kids is identifying feelings and focusing on those things. So if we're not able to express how we're feeling, then all of these things lay underneath. So, and we act out, right? So our activity today is an act of feelings iceberg. So as you look at the picture, you'll see that it's an iceberg, and obviously on the top, we know what an iceberg looks like. We can only see just this much, but beneath it, there's so much, right? So that's just surface level. So the premise of the activity is for us to identify different feelings that we have on the inside of us that other people may not see. So for example, we may feel on the outside, people see us as happy and we're just have it together. But then on the inside, we may be feeling disappointed, hurt, stressed, whatever that is. So as we do this activity, I want you to we're gonna do the bottom first, and let's identify feelings possibly that you may have underneath that people don't know, right? Just identify what it is and just call them out, and we're gonna try and type them. And so you can see that one, hey, I'm not alone. It's not just me, and that there's other people that's feeling the same way. Okay, so we can go ahead and start. So you can either unmute yourself or type it in the chat.
Also, if people show their face, we'd appreciate it. We understand if you can't, but if you could, we would love that because we want to see everyone's beautiful faces.
I'll go first. Tired.
Tired.
Scared.
Scared.
I see lonely.
Frustrated, lonely, hurt.
Confused.
Angry.
Angry. Worried.
Worried.
Sad. So think about feelings with pandemic and also just having to navigate school and being a parent and how all of that is, and being a virtual parent now and what that is. Overwhelmed, disappointed.
Uncertainty, you know, not knowing what's next.
Uncertain, yeah, uncertain. See, overwhelmed again. Depressed, anxious.
Confused.
Confused, unloved, stressed, definitely.
Unappreciated.
Unappreciated, alone, but not alone, but not lonely. Yeah. Mad. Yeah.
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Tired.
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Confused.
Exhausted.
Exhausted.
Yes.
Burnt out, which happens a lot because we're doing so much and we're doing everything. Numb. In a rush. Need understanding.
Lack of patience.
Lack of patience.
Isolated.
Isolated. Yeah. Apathic. Stressed.
Misunderstood.
Lazy. Misunderstood.
All of the above.
Yeah, all of the above.
Hurt for not understanding schoolwork for the child.
Yeah. Not being able to understand schoolwork, right?
For the child, yes.
For the child. Dealing with technology, right? I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Someone said annoyed. I don't know if we have that. A trauma trigger. Or trigger trauma, yeah. So what are those things and you guys can keep putting things down of what people don't see on the underneath, but what are those things that people are seeing on the top? So we're smiling, we're happy, pain and hurt, Elena, sorry.
Got it.
Guilt. Defeat. So I'll start off the one on top. So we feel so much of all of these different things underneath us, right? And people are saying, like you said, got it together, smiles, just happy faces, right? Helpfulness, calmness, organize. I like panic being on top because, yeah, can be that. Confidence, understanding. Relax. Calm. At peace, strength. Unbothered. Having everything together. Hopefully love is showed. Yeah. Patient. Hope. Supportive. Leader. Very good. Yeah. Kindness. Nice. Caring, positive.
Cheering on.
Devotion.
Was that carrying on, I heard?
Yes. Hopeful. Mhm. So as you guys continue to write in the top part, so you notice how you have so much of all of these positives at the top, but yet there's so many underlying issues or feelings that we have. And if we think about it, even with our kids, we see our kids smiling and happy, right? But depends on what they have going on. There's so many things underneath that surface, right? So being tired, scared, I don't know how to do this, I don't know what to do that. So then we have all of these feelings that are mixed together. So we think we have it together, but oh my God, I'm nervous and scared and anxious at the same time, right? And then how do we deal with both of those things together? Because now we're competing with each other. I feel like I have it together, but today I'm numb or I feel burnt out. And now we have two different feelings competing with one another. And so then as we tell our kids, these are mixed up feelings, and it's okay to have both feelings because we're human, right? And we have to give ourselves the space to know that that's okay to have both, right? And even with our kids, when kids have both, and I like to think of it this way, when they don't know how to place their feelings or how to handle those feelings, what ends up happening is when kids may act out or do different things because they just don't know how to manage both of those feelings. And sometimes us as adults, we can have that where we may lash out, right? Or we say something mean that we don't want to say, and then we reflect on it after the fact, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I say that. But if we allow ourselves or give ourselves the space to acknowledge, hey, I feel like I have it together today, but tomorrow or later in the day, gosh, I feel so stressed. And I have both feelings, right? And both feelings are okay. And how can we deal with that? Or how can we take a moment for ourselves to bring ourselves back down to center and say, hey, this is okay. And then let's move forward and just give ourselves the space, right? The space to just move forward and provide ourselves with the opportunity to say, hey, it's okay. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pass it on, I think, to Edelise, but keep this and we're gonna teach you some different techniques, but keep this in mind that, hey, it's okay to have mixed feelings, and see this, that, hey, I'm not alone, right? Because sometimes we can feel alone, and we think of kinship and grandparents, you may think that it's just you by yourself, and you're the only one that's feeling these different things, but you're not alone. So look at it and say, hey, we have so many people on here, and all of these different feelings came up. Hey, I'm not alone, and it's okay. It's okay. So we're gonna now, I'm passing on to Edelise, where we can start implementing different techniques on how to calm yourself down or to just help you manage those feelings. So Edelise, you're next, my love.
Thank you, Tina. That was amazing. So let's get into the fun part. So, how many of us are ready to just let go, let loose? Let's let go of any little tension that we have in our body. Anybody got a headache, back pain, feeling nervousness, out of breath? We got you. We're gonna start, okay? So, how many of us on a daily when we're stressed out, when we're overwhelmed with anything, with work, our children, the pandemic, dealing with virtual school or whatever? How many of us, just raise your hand, right? How many of us get back pains, headaches? I don't know, your heart starts racing. I don't know, like some people have very unique symptoms where they get, they can't see, like there's, so much happens in our bodies, right? When we're stressed out. So one of the things I want to teach you guys today is something that I learned is like our brain is this, right? So what happens when we're stressed out? What happens to our brain? It shuts down, right? So so we get hijacked. So when our brain is like this, it's impossible for us to function properly. So we have to get our brain to function again to its normal, to normal functioning, in order for us to be able to think more clearly, to be able to not just be led by emotion, right? Because we don't want to be controlled by our emotions. We want to be able to control those emotions, right? So today I want to teach you guys a technique that I use all the time with my clients, with my kids. They absolutely love it. But this is also it's also a technique that can be, as adults, we can use it. And trust me, it helps a lot. And I know a lot of you are going to feel so relieved after we do this technique. So it's called tapping, okay? So it's tapping, it's an emotional freedom technique. So basically what it is, we are going to tap into different pressure points in our, I would say in the face, right? Because it's closer to our brain. So we're gonna tap into different pressure points, okay? And while we're tapping, we're going to be deep breathing. We're gonna inhale, and we're gonna let all that air out. So I don't want you guys to be afraid. I know you guys are muted, so it's probably better to be that way, because it's gonna get pretty loud. So just let it out, okay? So what are we going to do? So those different pressure points that we're going to be hitting, let me probably move the camera a little bit because I feel like a little bit back, so I can be, okay, that's better. So you guys can be able to see what I'm doing. So as we're touching these different pressure points, these different pressure points are reducing our physiology in our body, okay? So if you feel any tension, anything that you feel right now, I want you to be aware of what you're feeling right now, okay? So when we're done with this activity, see if you can see a difference in your body, okay? So I need you guys to be very well aware. So we're going to start. So how do we start? We're gonna start right here on the palm of our hand. So you're gonna grab our hand and we're gonna start tapping, okay? Very lightly, you don't have to go hard. Very lightly, just tap, Then as we're tapping, we're gonna take a deep breath in. And let it out. Make sure you're sitting very comfortable, that you're very relaxed. We don't want your body to be tense or anything like that, because we want this to be as effective as possible for you, okay? All right, let's just take another deep breath in. Awesome. So now we're gonna tap into different pressure points, okay? We're gonna go to the top of our head. Deep breath in, and then exhale. All right, now we're gonna move right on top of our eyebrow. Just tap right there. Deep breath in. Awesome. Now we're gonna go to the side of our eye. Deep breath in. All right, now we're gonna go under our eye. For us to have glasses, it might be a little comfortable, it's okay. Under our eye. Deep breath in. Awesome. Now we're gonna go under our nose. Now we're gonna go on our chin. Deep breath in. Now we're gonna go to our chest. Here you can actually just do one hand, or you can do both.
Vientos alentaron hoy decenas de incendios de maleza en el oeste del país, afectando a 25 millones de personas. El humo cubrió el sol en el pingo de naranja del cielo de San Francisco. Más de 35 estados aceptaron la propuesta de dar cheques tras la pandemia. Científicos dicen que la suspensión temporal de los ensayos de una vacuna de
Awesome. And our very last pressure point is going to be right here in between, right here. Deep breath in. and let it out. And once we're here, we return back to our neutral point, okay? Usually with clients, I do this 3 times, okay? We can do the 3 times if you guys want, but I don't want to like, you know, take up too much time. But this is basically the tapping technique. I would love to see in the chat, or if you guys want to unmute yourself, do you feel any difference in your body? How do you feel? Anybody notice anything? You guys feel more relaxed?
It was calming.
Calming?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So this technique, I highly well, there's going to be a we're going to share a what do you call it? Oh my god, a guide, right? Because the pressure points, they have to be in that order. Okay? So we're going to send you guys the guide so you guys can have it, and you guys can just practice it, you know, as many times as you feel like it. In the middle of work, I've even done this while driving, okay? When I'm driving and you just like mad at the guy that is in the front of you because they're so slow, and I'm just like, oh my God. Let me breathe, you know, breathe in, breathe out, you know? And honestly, it really, really, really helps. It works great with children. Oh, there he goes. So there is the guide. It tells you step by step how to do it. Where are the pressure points and how, you know, to follow the pressure points. How many times, I'm gonna tell you how many times to do it. This is amazing, you know, for obviously for all adults, but it's amazing with children. The way I explain to the children is I say, we're gonna play monkey see, monkey do. They actually love it. A lot of them start yawning in the middle of sessions, which is actually very normal because you know, they're feeling very relaxed. A lot of people, like, they feel sleepy, like, you know, they're just very relaxed. A lot of people, like, they start feeling less tension in their back, their headaches start going away. It's great. It's great. I encourage you guys to practice this technique. Is going to help you guys out a lot. For those of you who have children, you guys can actually do it together. So this is actually an activity that, like, a family activity that you guys can do all collectively together, because it's going to benefit everybody. It's going to benefit everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys learned from this, and you guys actually go out there and use it for yourselves, and maybe use it, you know, because I'm sure you guys work with clients as well, and you guys can go ahead and teach it to your own clients too, because I know that nowadays with the whole pandemic, we're all going through it, you know, even us as therapists, you know, we're all
Absolutely.
So we all need, you know, all the help we can get, all the techniques we can learn to help, you know, to reduce a little bit of all the, you know, overwhelming feelings that we have, like what Tina was saying at the beginning, like all those feelings that are, you know, that can't be seen, you know. So yeah, so I hope you guys liked it. Oh, can we get email copies? Well, yeah, I'm assuming that you guys gonna get the email copies of everything, not just, you know, my part. So I'm going to pass it on to my lovely coworker, Lauren. She's also going to do another fun activity with us. So go ahead, Lauren.
Hey guys, I'm Lauren and I am an adoption therapist with Team Avengers. And I have a lot of stuff to share with you guys. So I'm gonna start off just expressing and explaining to you guys what stress is. I know we kind of mentioned it, but what the stress does to your body. Stress is when obviously your mind and your body do not feel good. Stress can come from fear, anxiety, and worry. And when you are stressed, different things happen to you. And for each person, it kind of just depends on how you correspond to the stress. So when I'm stressed, I start to sweat. Some people may have their heartbeat beats faster. You may have trouble breathing. Your hands and body begin to sweat. Your body tenses up. Your brain gets foggy. And then we kind of go back to maybe having tea or coffee or things like that to kind of get us up. But what I want to provide for you guys is coping tools and ways to help you de-stress on your own. So when you are not able to get to your phone to talk to someone to kind of, you know, calm you down, you have your own tools to help you. And we really do this a lot with caregivers and kids to give them their coping toolbox. So one of my first ones I want to talk to you guys is breathing. Annalise just did a great job. My breathing techniques are a little bit different. Just breathing is one of the most powerful ways for you to relax. And practicing breathing every day for at least 2 minutes is a really good habit that will make your brain and body healthier, give you more energy, and make you overall happier. So one of the activities I'm going to do with you guys is lion's breath. It's one of my favorite activities to do. Lion's breath will definitely feel silly. It will introduce some ease and remind you not to take yoga so seriously. So for those who are like, no, not a fan of yoga, not going to participate, this activity would be perfect for you because you could do it sitting down, in your chair, in the car. The kids love this one, and parents have told me they love doing it with their kids and to help encourage them. So this activity may make you look crazy, which could part of be the reason why it makes you feel so good. It's often practiced first thing in the morning to warm you up and increase your energy, or also in the mid-afternoon when you're starting to feel just overwhelmed and need some more energy. So I'm going to show you first, and then we'll all do it together. So what you're going to do actually is just take a deep inhale through the nose and open your mouth as you exhale. You're going to be sticking out your tongue, and your mouth should be as open as possible. And you're just going to roar it out like a lion. So I'm going to do it first, and then I'll have everyone participate with me. So like I said, this is a silly thing. I'm going to breathe in through my nose. And that is exactly what lion's breath is. Like I said, it's silly, but it works. And it helps me to focus on something that makes me want to, like, I was overwhelmed today. I had to work on some notes. So in the middle of it, instead of me going, oh, or like, this isn't working, or oh, and kind of moaning and groaning about it, I just did a big, deep lion's breath. And my dogs love it. So if you have dogs, they're going to love it too. So if you guys can all, I know you don't want to unmute yourself, it's okay, but I would love for you to unmute yourself during this because it's really nice to hear everyone do it together. And it's actually quite funny. So I know we can all use a good laugh at 6:30 on a Thursday night, a Wednesday night, I should say. So I'm gonna, on the count of 3, like I said, you're gonna take a big inhale through your nose, and you're gonna open your mouth as wide as possible and open, and let that tongue and just let it out. And this also is really good for your throat chakra, which is, you know, with people who have a hard time expressing themselves or verbalizing their emotions. This is a really good technique for that as well. Does anyone have questions before we get started on lion's breath? All right, great. So on the count of 3, we're going to start. 1, 2, 3, breathe in through your nose. I love it.
Show us again.
Loving this.
Show us again, please.
So it is one of my favorite things to do. It really does help.
Lauren, I think someone said do it again.
You want me to do it again? Oh, my pleasure. So we're going to take a big inhale through that nose on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, breathe in through the nose. So in yoga, that's one of the last things we do, and then usually we just kind of just fall onto our mat. So this is a great exercise if you don't want to get your body moving just yet. You want to decompress and let things out. It's funny, right? And just breathing is one of the most powerful ways for you to relax. And like I said, 2 minutes a day. But I also have I have a whole, you should see my little space right here. I have tons of stuff for you guys to show you guys. I do a lot of stuff with my clients with breathing. For me, essential oils are essential, especially with my clients. We do a lot of activities. I don't know if anyone's familiar with lava beads. So this is a bracelet. Lava beads can be purchased at a local craft store, Michael's, on Amazon. And what I do with my clients and their parents, usually the clients will make bracelets for their parents because they know how much they're going to need it, because it is so calming and relaxing. So these are lava beads, and then you only need a few. My client actually made this one for me. So there's lots of different lava beads on here. And what the lava stone is a grounding stone. It strengthens one's connection to Mother Earth, and it gives us strength and courage, allowing us stability through times of change. And it provides guidance and understanding in situations where we need to bounce back. And it's a very calming stone. It's actually, like, you can tell up close where my camera is. It has these little dots in it. That's where it retains the oils that you put in. So I brought a few oils over here with me today, and I just want to let you guys know I have eucalyptus, which is one of my favorites at relieving stress.
I like it.
Yeah, I have lavender, which is used to relieve stress as well, also with headaches. And I have peppermint oil, which is used to boost energy. Peppermint's really important to start your workday on. If you have a headache, to kind of get you back into the mood of things. And then sandalwood, which is used to calm nerves and help with focus as well. So I'm a huge fan of having diffusers in my home. It helps me stay calm throughout the days. And I actually just purchased a small handheld diffuser. So I wanted to show you guys, it's a very simple thing. You just fill it with a little bit of water on the go. So you could take this anywhere with you. I find that I use it in the car the most. And what you do is you just open it, you put a few drops of your favorite essential oil, and then you just turn on this little button and your diffuser is ready to go. And this is where it takes place with our deep breathing. It's really important for me to set the mood for myself when I really want to stay focused. I've brought a few other things just to show you what I use and what I sometimes tell my clients to get if they're, especially my teenagers, when they're wanting to find ways to cope with the stress, especially going through what we are now. So Palo Santos is wood from a tree. It smells amazing, and what I do is they sell this online, at Walmart even. I picked up this little set, and you just light the Palo Santos, and it lets, I'm gonna show you just so what you can do. And you're just gonna light it, and it gives off the most calming smell, and it just kind of smokes, and you can put it in a little dish like this. So for me, that kind of helps me set up my breathing. And with the essential oils, you just put them on your bracelet, whatever one you choose, and you can wear it just like this throughout the day. So when you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed, oils are actually going right into your bloodstream, and they're also getting used to smell. So if, in the car while you're driving, working with your kids, or just in the middle of your day, you can definitely just take a big inhale. The oils last usually about 3 to 4 days, and then you just put a few more drops onto them. They come in different colors. It's a really fun activity to do with kids, and I will attach that for you guys. I also wanted to share some.
Lauren, hold on real quick. Lauren,
yes.
Before you go on, I know you mentioned about putting the oil on the beads, but is there a certain way you have to do it? We had a question about how you get.
Okay. No, all you do is what I do is I tend to put it on like a paper towel, or a plate, like a plastic plate, and I just take the oil. And usually the oils will have, sometimes they come with droppers, but at the beginning, you can see in the little top that they come out very slowly. And I'll just show you. You just put it one, just like that. And this one came out kind of quick. And then I just let it dry for a few minutes, and then I put the bracelet on me. Wow, that smells amazing.
And where did you get your mini diffuser from? That was another question we had.
All right, so this one is from Rocky Oils. It's the same one that is my eucalyptus. It's Rocky Mountain Oils. They have them. I just saw them. They have them on Amazon, and they also have them at Hobby Lobby. And they had a sale. It was like 50% off any essential oils and candles this past week. So definitely check that out at your local store, Hobby Lobby store. They're everywhere in South Florida. They have a great selection of essential oils. And I will send a list of the ones I recommend. You can also mix your essential oils. So sometimes I'll do eucalyptus and lavender, or maybe peppermint and eucalyptus and things like that. Lavender is also really wonderful for sleeping issues. To put these on your feet at night, especially with the kids. I'm all about natural ways and remedies to help with sleep and insomnia. Lavender is wonderful at putting on the bottom of your feet and rubbing it in, and then putting some socks on. And you also want to use lavender any of your temples. So, right here, we have our temples right here, on our wrists, like where we normally put perfume. I'm just rubbing it together. I smell like, wow, I'm getting so much smell. Sorry, it's overwhelming. I have eucalyptus, so much on me right now. And these are really great, and they should cost no more than $10. And they're smaller tanks, but I also have the bigger ones I get as well in the home. They also sell card diffusers for your cup holder, which is really cool. I found a bunch of different stuff. So before we move, any more questions about the lava beads? Oh, a couple in your pillowcase definitely helps a lot. I also use a mister. I pour it into like a mist bottle and spray my pillows and sheets. It's also great for pets. And these ones are pet friendly, which is important if you have pets in your home. But kids love it. Kids usually like the more scented, like tangerine, orange, lemon. They'll want to put that on their bracelet sometimes, and the lavender. Sometimes eucalyptus and pepper. Eucalyptus is too strong for them. So just, it's fun to experiment. I wanted to touch base with you guys on meditation. Meditation is one of the most amazing things and gifts we can do for ourselves on a daily basis. Meditation helps quiet your mind. Meditation teaches your brain how to stay calm in stressful situations. It helps you find that safe, quiet, and happy place inside yourself and to get wherever you need to go. When you meditate, you slow down those racing thoughts that a lot of us tend to get. Especially right now with the pandemic, I've been trying to meditate more often than not because I find myself with those racing thoughts. And one of my favorite books, I'm going to read a little passage from you guys, and I will send this link. It's this book you can get on Amazon, but it was highly recommended to me years ago, and I love it. It's by Melody Beattie, and it's called Journey to the Heart. And it's daily meditations on the path to freeing your soul. And it's not a religious book by any means, but every day it has September 8th, it goes by each day. So this is a book you can use over and over again as the years pass. So I wanted to take the time to read today, September 9th, so just a little bit of the passage with you guys, so you can understand a little bit more about meditation. So bear with me, I'm just gonna read it, it takes 2 minutes. Today is take time to be pleased. Take time, let me put my glasses on, that would definitely help me. Take time to be pleased with all the beauty in the world. Do more than drive by and casually notice a particularly beautiful stretch of scenery. Stop the car, get out, take it in, see it, smell it, touch it if possible, absorb and feel the beauty you see. Then thank the universe for giving this moment to you. Take time to be pleased with your creations too, your work, your life, yourself. Look around, then look again. Take time to see the beauty in your own life. Take time to absorb and be pleased with the beauty you see. Then take this gift to others too. Take time to notice and really see that is all beautiful in the people you know. Then tell them out loud what they mean to you and how beautiful you think they are. Opening up ourselves and the world means learning to reorganize and absorb its beauty. Allow yourself to grow, to define and redefine what true beauty means and feels like to you. You may be deprived yourself of noticing beautiful sights too long. It's time to take those dark glasses off, appreciate the beauty around you. And it says our soul is nurtured and fed by taking pleasure in the beauty in this world. And those are just a little bit of what you're going to get on a daily basis with these beautiful, and they're all pretty much the same few minutes. So this is one of my favorite books. This is also a wonderful book for you guys. I'm a huge reader, if you haven't noticed. This one's called Get Out of Your Head by Jeannie Allen, and it's Stopping the Spiral of Toxic Thoughts. This is also a really wonderful book. This isn't definitely not for kids. It's more adult reading, but it's a wonderful book, and this is actually on, I think, Amazon. It is on Amazon best-selling list right now. And then I wanted to kind of talk to you guys another book, but I'm going to read with you guys. This is called Just Breathe, and it's an actual meditation, mindfulness, and movement and more book for kids and adults, which is really wonderful because you can do it with your children or whoever you are taking care of and yourself. So I'm going to go down and read with you guys. Like I said, breathing is one of the most powerful tools we have. So this is just going to take 1 minute. So if you guys can all find a comfortable spot or a quiet place, you can go ahead and mute yourself if you like. And I'm just going to read a little bit to you guys. So it says, turn off all devices and the television so that you are not distracted. This will last only 1 minute, so you can do it. Okay, I believe in you guys. Sit comfortably. If you feel okay doing so, or close your eyes. For me, I usually close my eyes. It helps. If you prefer to keep your eyes open, that's okay too. And you're going to take a deep breath through your nose. You're going to breathe in so deeply that your lungs fill up. As you breathe in, feel how your stomach goes out. Pause for just 1 second, and now breathe out, blowing out slowly from your mouth. On your next breath in, try to breathe in for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now pause for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and breathe out for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find the rhythm that works best for you. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. And it's important that your exhales are always longer than your inhales. All right. Another quick trick that I'm going to teach you guys is deep breathing technique is just using your hand and using it to teach yourself to take a big inhale when you get up your finger, to pause, and then to exhale down. So inhale, pause, and exhale. And that's about 5 deep breaths that you're going to be getting for yourself. So just like, and the kids really like that one. Wonderful job, guys. I'm watching you guys. And the last thing I'm really going to touch base with is progressive muscle relaxation, which I've been doing since I was a kid. It is the best thing in the entire world, especially for those who have difficulty falling asleep. It's a muscle, so progressive muscle relaxation is a method of deep muscle relaxation. So basically, we are going to be tensing all our muscles from our toes to our head and slowly letting go. So what I usually just start off is showing people with my hands. So I always say, pretend like you're squeezing an orange or a lemon. You're going to take your hands and squeeze as hard as you can. And then you're going to slowly, slowly, slowly open those fingers. And remember to breathe too. And you do that from your toes to your calves, knees, thighs, head, shoulders. And I love this one. You move up your shoulders through a stressful day, and then you relax. And those are really, really great muscle relaxation techniques. You can actually download on your phone as well. It's called Headspace. It's one of my favorite meditation and mindfulness apps. And I'm going to send you guys the link as well. But I really love this app because it is really great at, they have 3 ones you could do for nighttime, morning meditations, and they also do meditations with everybody in the world at a certain time throughout the day. So it's really, really awesome. And I just want for you guys to know, if these things don't work for you, some things that may help reduce stress is going outside for a walk, reading a book. That's something that you enjoy. I just got this book today. I don't know if anyone saw it, but this is something I do to relax. It's called The Guest List. I'm a big thriller. I love thrillers. I'm part of Reese Witherspoon's book club. So for me, that's something I do to enjoy my time off. So another thing also I have for you guys before we have questions is also sage. Sage is really good for clearing energy and kind of refreshing your day and starting off on a clean slate. I know that was a lot of stuff. And one thing I just want to touch base on before I let you guys go, their questions, is practicing positive affirmations and doing that on a daily basis. That is something I have to remind myself to do. And I tell my clients and I preach to them, please practice every day in the mirror, especially with our little ones, and getting them comfortable with saying things out loud that they love about themselves. And then, as adults, as we do it, kids learn, right? So if I go in the mirror every day, if I had children, they would pick up from those tools that I'm using. So saying things such as, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am motivated. And those are positive affirmations. And I say you can even write on your mirror in your bathroom with like a dry erase marker or a lipstick, or whatever you want to do. So you can practice daily. All right. And I really appreciate everyone trying Lion's Breath with me. It's really great. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask now.
Yes. Yes. We are so thankful for everyone participating. So if anyone has questions, please ask us. We're here for you. We'll answer them the You can.
Yeah, I have one resource, I'm sorry, Elena, that for parents, I absolutely, when I mean absolutely love this as a therapist, but I've also gotten some of my parents to even buy this book for their kids. It's called Breathe Like a Bear. You can find this on Amazon. It's one of those, it's meditation for kids, but it walks them through step by step how to breathe, but in the most fun way. I mean, they can sit and read it at night. You can, even if you have a corner in their house where like their little calm down corner, whatever that is, but you put this book in there and they can read through it. It's absolutely amazing. It's really a good investment. Breathe Like a Bear. I would recommend this hands down.
It's fun for adults too.
Fun for adults, so do it together. Don't just do it with your, right, don't just do it with the child. Don't just have the child
We
do
need
it.
to know the author.
Oh, say the author.
The author is Kira Wiley. I'm gonna type it in the chat.
Yes, it's an
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm also saying I have a list. This one is Just Breathe. And this
Just
is
Breathe, yes.
Just Breathe, and it's by Malika Chakra. And she, oops, sorry.
Your dog's barking.
That's Just Breathe.
And this one is just, it says will help guide you to stress less, build self-confidence, be happier, and use mindfulness to help you in everyday life. And I bought this for my clients, but I actually use it as well. So I would say for all ages, but I found it at Barnes & Noble in the children's section. So it is
That's in
aimed
the
more for
children's
children.
section?
Yes, and they have 3 little kids on here. And the book is amazing. And it's really colorful, and it has different examples, and it shows kids doing the exact poses, some yoga poses and things like that. So it's a really great gift. The holidays.
And this is on Amazon.
I got this at Barnes & Noble, but they should have it on Amazon as well.
Yeah.
We can find everything on Amazon.
Yes, absolutely.
Annalise, you wanna say something?
$10, $12 on Amazon. It's very reasonable pricing. And I actually have the parents use that book as their bedtime story. So a lot of people who are anxious, that are, that have ADHD, that are more of those hyper kids, they read that book as their bedtime story, and they're able to have a full night's sleep, and it's helped a lot. Both of them, actually, the child and the parent.
Yeah, this one's a great book.
But as you do it, be consistent. Don't do it today and then we don't do it tomorrow. Let's be consistent all the way across the board. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Lion breath is actually in the Breathe Like a Bear book.
Yeah.
I know you guys will all be doing lion's breath in the car when you're frustrated with the person in front of you. It's a great one.
We wanted to remind you all, because we know that all of you do amazing jobs in your daily life and taking care of people, and we want to remind you to please take care of yourself. Like Lauren had mentioned, do something for yourself each day. I know sometimes it's super hard to get away from the busyness of our lives, but it's so important to set out a few minutes each day for yourself. And it could be that, you go for a walk, you go read a little bit of your favorite book. Maybe you watch some guilty reality show that, none of us probably should be watching, but it feels so good to watch. Or maybe you like to cook, or maybe you just like to do something that makes you feel good. Don't forget to take care of yourself, because you matter too. And I think we forget that as caregivers, or even as adults, that we still matter, and you have to take care of yourself. So please don't neglect yourselves.
Definitely. And thank you all for participating. It means the world to us to have you guys.
Yes. And we will find.
Thank you for being there for us.
Yeah, of course. We'll find a way to get resources to you. We'll reach out, I guess, to Cynthia, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I've been trying to turn on my camera the whole time and not successful at all. But I will send out. I was tapping while I was sitting here. What I'll do is I'll send out, if you send me the resource list and also the tapping instructions, I will send that out to all that were registered for the presentation. Thank you again for an amazing time. I learned so much. I'm better now, I think, than I was when I started.
Good.
I appreciate it.
Awesome job, guys. Awesome job.